Hey, welcome back into the channel in my second episode of SQU Sakhal No Rules. I've made it off the mountain, and I'm in Capital City, and I've set up a stash house. For far too long I dreamed of a map like this, full of snow and ice and blizzards. Oh my. However, I find there are still a few components missing to the game. I'd love the ability to go ice fishing, so an ice auger would be imperative to this map. And another component I've always felt should have been in the game, regardless of the map, but specifically this one, a Dakota fire hole. For those of you unfamiliar as to what a Dakota fire hole is, it's basically two small adjacent holes in the ground, about a foot deep, foot and a half, connected by a tunnel. You fill one hole with your wood, your fuel to burn. The other hole, well, it provides the flue, the airflow. This also cuts down on the smoke emitted and hard to see the flame from any distance. Beyond useful in a windstorm or when you're trying to remain stealthy. And while I'm at it, a Swedish log torch would be excellent as well. You could cook straight off of it, eliminating the need for a cooking stand if you didn't want to build one. And as I sit staring the gift horse in the mouth, I'm looking for more snowmobiles. Snowmobiles would be tremendous on this map. And you know what? It's not even a gift horse. I paid for this game. And speaking of which, let's get back to the game. So yeah, I was able to come down off the mountain, and on my way, I was able to find some better clothing. This quilted jacket for one, and these combat pants. However, what I neglected to do was record it. So there's a big gap in timeline. That run took me about half hour, 45 minutes, which basically was a straight run south by southwest from the peak of that mountain where I stopped to light the fire, and I looted up along the way. I've selected a medium-sized apartment building here in Capital City, set up a safe stash, and now I'm scrounging for building supplies. I've pretty much given up 4 inventory spaces, but I really don't like that quilted jacket. And I'm less likely to be shot for a pea coat. Well, I don't seem to be finding what I'm needing down here in the dock. I think I'll cross back over the highway and head back into town. Hey, what's all that grumbling about? There's a little Canadian joke for you. Now, my initial thought was to grab this generator and bring it back to my stash, as I planned on building out the very place where I had my stash. And there's my stash spot, locked away in the shitter. Not a very safe place to put a stash, or a smart one for that matter. However, I'm putting a lot of faith in the fact that people won't even loot this area and head straight to the military, which is before here. The top floor of this building can be secured easily with 2 gates, and then fortify in behind it afterwards. It all depends on how fast I find my materials in order to get this thing built. As long as I cut access off to this ladder and the adjacent stairwell on the other side of the buildings, we're good. But like I said, it's all dependent on how quick I can gather my materials. And I haven't seen a whole lot here. I really wish I had another barrel to make a fireplace. I don't want to have an open flame, but left with no choice. I'm starting to freeze. I'm hungry. I have food to thaw. It's fire time. I would have liked to have lit the fire right there and let the smoke go straight out the hole, but it won't let me ignite it. The banister it is. Alright, I'm going to drop my food by the fire. It'll thaw quicker than on my person. I'm freezing. I've got one thawed. We'll nibble on that. Well, in broad daylight, there's a chance that no one's going to see that. Can't see any smoke. At nighttime, however, that window will light that alley up like a Roman candle. 100% gonna have to source another barrel. See, it's not that noticeable in the daylight. Maybe from the other side of the street. I went through all that effort to stoke my fire, build my improvised cooking stand, and my food is thawed. Wouldn't you know it? Oh well, at least now I have a cooking stand I can throw in my pot for later use until I can get a barrel. At any rate, a boiling pot of water in your inventory will only serve you well. Yes, sir, there's not much light left in that sky, for sure. In that direction, that's the east end of Capital. That leads to the southern peninsula, where all the military loot is. I've yet to loot the industrial down that way, towards the west. And of course there's houses that line this valley straight up through. Lots of sheds to look at. If you don't mind me, it's totally sane to start digging for worms for fishing in the middle of the night in a blizzard. It's nothing to see here. Sure does look a lot more cozy up there, but there's no food up there. We need to get some. Well, it certainly isn't the vest we want, but it's the vest we'll take. Now let's get across this road and get to fishing. I passed that bag up, but on second thought, I'm going to grab it. One fresh chilled pollock. I think that'll get me to the morning, and then we can continue looting and get more fish as needed. My fire has undoubtedly gone out. We'll have to restoke that when we get back. That's if we can get back safely. Hey, no fair, I'm defenseless. Hey, my guy has rope. One thing off the list. Yep, absolutely. My fire's gone stone cold. Well, I was going to have a poke around outside. He's seen me. That ends that plan. In the stash house I go. And back to the safety of my shitter stash and balcony fire. That's pretty much all I have here. I desperately need more building supplies so I can get something locked up. I got a box of nails, rope, and barbed wire. A whole lot more is needed. And I think that's about the quietest fish I've ever cut up. No audio. Weird. It's almost like a heavy metal poisoning. Oh no! I don't. However, the steelhead caviar is to die for. Delicious. I'm told even the generator sounds different now. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it does sound different, and I kind of like it. Especially as the engine knocks as it starts and stops. You know, I was going to take this time to cook, however the storm has broke. It's still dark out, even though I have the gamma jacked up to 100% so you can see. What I'm seeing is pretty dark. I think I'm going to delay cooking a little longer and go search for more supplies, and if not a barrel, so I can cook from it. This lockpick, that's the only means to secure my loot. Not that I have much there. I have a little bit of crab meat on me. I have the fish on me with the pot. If I need to stop and cook, I can do it pretty much anywhere. So I think looting is in order. Well, there's my fire barrel. Let's go. I'm not quite ready to go upstairs yet. I don't want to break the momentum. Let's just stash this right here. We'll come back for it when we're done looting up. Mountain bag, nice. Big drop, used to be 80 slots, now it's 56, but bigger than what I have now. I didn't even get a chance to expand this one. Hey, Sledgy. And there's the cable reel. I need to connect the charger for the battery that I hope to find, along with a radiator, spark plug, and a car. However, a vehicle is not my primary mission at the moment. Building supplies. So if I have to dump the reel, I will. Food and duct tape. What party were you going to? I'm thinking half the reason I can't find what I'm looking for is the garbage vanilla files. Admin to the server, Equalo, is hard at work revamping those files. Hopefully soon, we'll start seeing what we need on the ground instead of garbage loot. Well, it looks like he changed his mind. Or at least thinking twice. He'll come for me. He's just stuck. I'd consider taking that truck, but it needs far more attention than I'm willing to give. It needs a total of 7 tires, and a battery, and gas. White hunter pants down here. That's a little odd, but we'll take them. And you want to pay close attention to the hunter pants you grab this go around, because now they're meant to be seasonal. That's right, the white ones are the warmest ones. I'm assuming the green ones are medium, the camos are high, and the white, best. Which makes absolute sense. Green camo, green foliage, warm weather, right? Brown camo, foliage, fall. White, snow. So these are absolute surprise placements. 308 in a carnival, hunter pants in a town kiosk where you'd normally find dress clothes. Now you see these hunter pants? Medium. And a specific area of the carnival I like to check, the bumper cars. I usually luck out and find drink around the edge. However, this go around, all I found was a Mosin compensator. No good to me. And however, not a fan of this jacket. I'm cold and I need its heat. And would you look at that? It's almost a blood moon, which means morning's on the rise. And for now, I have to log. I'm going to go find myself a greenhouse to log out in, and when we're back, we continue the loot. And we're back for a crispy, clear day. However, I am starving. I still have those 2 pieces of fish to cook, and the food I have found, well, it's still frozen. So either way, we need fire. I got into a little trouble on the way to greenhouse last night, so I have to repack some magazines with some shotgun shells. Before I put that water on to boil, I think I'll have a snap of her. Get my thirst up. I was going to put my can of sketty in the pot, but I think I'll put it directly on the grill. Won't be long now, those fish will be done, but I won't be able to touch them. I need to bring this other food to at least room temperature. And the sketty is ready. Yummy. And it looks as though my fish is almost done as well. Sakhal is a map that forces you eventually to fire and cook. And if you don't have the patience for either, this isn't the map for you. Alright, fish stowed away. Pate is heating up. Sketty in the belly. Let's get it. And as you cook and wait for your heat buff, there's always things that can be done. Inventory management is a priority on this map. Use this time to your advantage. Craft the tools you need, repair the items that you need repaired, and stack stackables in your inventory to free up space. Yet all the while remain vigilant. Anyone could pop through that door at any second. And there we have it. All of our food is ready. Alright, heat buff attained, food cooked, inventory sorted, gear fixed. Let's go. I'm actually too hot, losing health. It'll balance out as soon as I'm out in this cold. Capital, it's shaped as a crescent moon. It's a harbor town, and I'm on the east crest. The stash house, it's kind of central. On my run down from the mountain, I had found a medium tent. Not too far from here, I stashed it, so it's there as a backup if I need it. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. I may just bring it back to the stash house and put it in a barrel for safekeeping for later. Or deploy it. All depends on the building supplies that I find. There's a little military area in here. This is where I picked up my pants on my way through. I may drop this tent and go in for a better look. I'll drop it in this corner. It'll last several hours there. If I need it, I'll come back for it. I'm over geared now. I have no inventory space. It might be a good idea if I just grab this bag for all the goodies I might find in here. It's only a cloak. I'm looking for a suit, but I'll take it for now. I'll take that helmet as well. I want to piece together the new uniform. With this bag in my hand, I'm unable to arm myself. If I see anybody, I'm in trouble. I'm just going to grab as much as I can and sort through it later. Ooh, frozen bacon. We'll take that. Ooh, that bag only has 36 slots, but it is part of the uniform I'm trying to put together, and it has food. So we're going to make it a swap. Unfortunately, I can't take the helmet. Crap. Oh well. I got the bag. Unfortunately, with either bag, there's no way I'm taking that tent as well. So that tent will just have to sit there until someone finds it. And now, to find the path of least resistance. Need to get home safe. Well, to the stash anyway. Well, I'm certainly in desperate need of that shovel. I'm gonna have to sort through my inventory and drop a few personal items. So I'm gonna shit can the gloves and the cable reel. Hey, frozen honey. It's the first jar I've seen. And here I am, trying to find the path of least resistance, and I go into the hospital core. There's bound to be loads of infected here. What am I thinking? You know, they say the shortest distance is a straight line, but sometimes the safest distance is all the way around. I should have chose that path, but straight is quicker. Well, that's interesting. Let's see if I can fit all of this stuff in that bag, plus this bag. Perfect fit. Alright, I can't possibly carry anymore, no point looting. Let's get the hell out of here before detected. I'm resisting the urge. I want to go hit every shed I see. Well, there's some attention I didn't want or need. Taking a huge risk using this rag, however, I do have iodine in case of infection. Peekaboo, he says. Jesus Christ. Oh, you had a friend. Bastard. Listen, man, just walk away. Just walk away. Forget about it. Just walk away. All right? Yeah, that's right. Go on. Just let it slide. And I shall do the same. Not. And wouldn't you know it, now that I don't have the cable reel, I find the battery. I've been keeping my eye on an ADA in this valley, and it needs a radiator and a battery. But I digress. We need to get back to the safe house, or the stash house. And I just can't catch a break. They're everywhere. Well, I can't carry it, but at least it's closer than the other tent. I still have another tent stashed, not too far from here. I may have to rely on that soon. Well, that's good to see. I don't have to go all the way to the shore to fish. I can come right here. I noticed my bacon was thawed. Time to duck into the shed, have me a nibble. Ooh, and that infected heard me. I probably piqued its curiosity, no doubt, and now it's meandering towards me. And yet another tent. They seem to be abundantly plentiful here. Ah, Jiminy. Oh, I took that one on the lips. Here it comes, lady. Wham! Don't mind if I help myself to your can opener. Use it on my sketty. Oh yeah, my barrel stash. Is it still here? Yay, it survived the night. Now, let's just hope the other stash survived the night. Well, that's not a good sign. I locked that before I left. Server restart might have unlocked it, but I highly doubt it. And I hadn't really noticed at the moment, but my nails were gone. Dun dun dun. And unbeknownst to me, I just continue on packing my loot into my storage, and I'm running out of room. So it's time to go downstairs and get that other barrel. There we go. Generator, 2 barrels, and a whole lot of crap. I'd place this barrel down. I'd spend a few minutes sorting through gear, getting things prioritized, and set up for my next run. And I couldn't help myself but play Mr. Dress Up with all the spoils that I found on my run. Well, I must say, once I find the white hunter's jacket and the snowed camo vest, I think that's going to look pretty tight. These barrel stashes are an obvious easy find, so I think I'm going to pack the ghillie into this bag and we're going to toss it in behind some furniture. There it'll be safe for a few hours. I'm going to log out, and when back in the morning, I hope it's still there. It's not bad, but we can do better. Now, aside from that glass jar jitter, I don't know why that sound is there. I think that's a pretty damn good placement. Just make sure once it settles, and then we'll catch you later for episode 3.